Watch it now.
Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. In this episode of our season with Jeff Gordon, we're going to be doing race 27 of 36, the Sylvania 300 at New Hampshire International Speedway. Like I forgot to mention at the end of the last episode, like a dumbass, and this one we are going to be racing the main paint scheme, this 2003 DuPont Chevrolet. And of course, we were supposed to race that one more than all the other ones because it's, you know, his main paint scheme and main paint scheme logic thingy. And plus, it's his main paint scheme, so, you know, that Flamin' Chevrolet deal is, it looks good no matter where you race it. Unless, you're not biased and stupid like me. Okay, so we're going to go to qualifying and find out how the car feels. Hopefully it doesn't feel so darn good that I get the pole and then lead the entire race and make an entire boring episode, because, you know, that would suck. But I also don't want to qualify in the back of the field because I can't drive. That tends to happen sometimes. Most of the time whenever I'm not ready, but I just played this game last night to record an episode, but I didn't have time to record the next one afterwards, so we're just going to go ahead and get into it now. Alright, here we go. Okay, what's this car? Oh, okay, it's a little loose. I'm probably not going fast enough if that's the situation, but you never know. Okay, tie off the corner a little bit. What do we have? Oh wow, I did not get it turned right there. I was supposed to hit the bottom a bit more than that. Oh my goodness. Okay, what do we got? 27.52. I was trying to look at the darn lap time and then my position, and I should really just look at the position. I mean, my lap time is not that important, honestly. 27.52. Let's see if I can top that. I don't want to start on the outside. I do not. I'm probably going to start on the outside. I just brake extremely early, didn't I? I tend to not brake early, you know, whenever I'm in a heavy traffic or something like that during a race, under pressure and whatnot. 27.4, yeah, I gained like almost an entire tenth of a second, and we're starting 5th. So, top 5 qualifying, that's good. Tony Stewart's on pole with Jimmy Johnson on the outside, so that means Tony Stewart just got a 7th pole, and he's catching me in the whole pole thingy. What is it called? The, is it just the, I forgot what the darn list is for pole awards and whatever. Whatever. Alright, so, let's get to the pre-race show of the Sylvania 300 at New Hampshire International Speedway. Did Jeremy Mayfield go? Whatever.
Welcome to New Hampshire International Speedway in Loudon for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the Sylvania 300. What can we expect to see today, Barney?
This is a tough track for a lot of drivers. These long straights allow the cars to build up a lot of speed before some hard braking going into the flat corners.
Kurt Busch will begin the race in the top 5 in points.
Being in the top 5 is a huge boost in self-confidence. I know everyone on that team is very happy with their performance.
Are all 5 of us in the top 5?
So.
2002 was supposedly an off-season for Jeff Gordon, with 3 wins and a 4th-place points finish.
I don't think Bobby Labonte
just goes to show you what's expected out of this team with 3 wins and 19 top 10s. There are a lot of teams that would not mind having Gordon's off year.
Jeremy Mayfield changed teams after the 2001 season, ending a 4-year tenure with Roger Penske.
A lot of people, Ray Evernham included, believe Mayfield still has a lot of untapped potential. He certainly has shown flashes of brilliance in the past. Maybe he can put that number 19 Dodge in victory lane today.
It's a weird track for Bobby Labonte to drive the Coca-Cola car. Ringles.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Mr. Sophisticated. Alright, so Tony Stewart's on pole next to Jimmy Johnson. Then we've got Kurt Busch next to Dale Earnhardt Jr. I'll be starting 5th next to Ryan Newman. Then we've got Michael Waltrip, Hermie Sadler, Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick. That's our top 10. Starting 5th next to Ryan Newman, like I just said. Green flag is out and we're underway here at New Hampshire. So what's with Hermione Sadler starting in freaking 8th place or whatever? No wonder why I was able to advance that position. Freaking Hermione Sadler or whatever. He had a good start. Thank God we're not starting on the outside. Trying not to slide into him going in the corner, so, I mean, he's got the advantage. I'm just going to let him have it. Whoa, do not try blocking me, man. It's not a good time for that. Just drive fast, don't block.
1 second, just 1 second back. Got one high.
Golly. There's a lot of bumping and banging here in New Hampshire. I don't think it's supposed to be like that, but I don't know. It was like that last time, except last time they're all over the damn place with sparks everywhere, 4 wide. And I was in it.
I guess a little respect pays off.
So, last time I was racing with Ryan Newman here, I freaking gave him diarrhea in turn 1. Let's not do that this time. Wow. I got loose right there, and my car started getting sideways. I wasn't expecting it to stick like that. It made sense that it was sticking, but I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. Wow, man. I don't know if he's doing that because he's trying to let me share draft with him or something. We need to make Jimmy Johnson 100% right here while we can. I just don't want to break late in the corners. I'm just trying to be better safe than sorry, you know, whatever that thing is. NASCAR's not safe. Why are you trying so hard, stupid? Whatever. Gosh, I just feel like the car is turning by itself whenever I go into the corner sometimes. I swear. Whenever it does that, it's going to cause me to steer while it's steering by itself and just oversteer like crazy. I'm not even behind him, game. I'm behind Jimmy Johnson. I want to share draft with Jimmy Johnson. I can't turn. Thank God Bill Elliott's not making a clear pass or whatever. He's not exactly going for it. If he was, I'd be having some trouble exiting the corner. I'm just trying to get to Jimmy Johnson's bumper. Share draft with him. I got really tight in turn 1 and 2 last time. My car just turned right. I mean, it wasn't anything big, but I saw it. I felt it. My car turned right. There's a wall to my right. Don't do that, game. I swear, whenever I let off the gas, the car turns right. Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing in these NASCAR games, where if you not only gas, your car turns? I don't feel like that's supposed to how it's supposed to work. It's what it is. I think I'll try to set an example for you later. I'll let off the gas and I'll touch a single button and I'll show you what happens. It's kind of ridiculous. Look, there it is right there. I wasn't telling him to do that. I would not. I'm not that dumb. I'm dumb. I'm not that dumb.
47, 99. Get up on that wheel now. Let's go.
I turned way too early right there.
3.5 seconds
Ah,
behind the leader.
I lost my grip as soon as I went in. Oh, don't dive bomb it all the way out. Okay, we're good. I just didn't want to get next to Jimmy Johnson right there. I just wanted to, you know, still be behind him. I gotta tell you, sharing draft with him is really difficult because holding my line while sharing draft is really difficult. And I don't have much time to share draft with him coming out the corners because I have to get behind him and all that stuff. By the time I get behind him, I can't really do anything with this draft. Okay, I guess I made some progress there. 98, yeah, we only have like a couple seconds to go and we'll be done with him. Okay, there we go. Now I just gotta find a way to pass him without making any contact.
Got one outside.
This car's a bit tight, honestly.
Hold your line. He's still there. 27, 59. Hey, keep digging. This car's gonna come to you. Be patient.
I almost drove my way into him going in the corner right there. I mean, it could have gone wrong just like that, because things go wrong in this game sometimes. Like your car, you'll turn by itself. That's not a good situation whenever a car's next to you for your car to do that. But we're back where we started, in 5th. I don't really plan on having Ryan Newman or Dale Earnhardt Jr. as allies, so we're going to catch up to them and pass them. Tony Stewart has been pulling away. I really don't mind. Yeah, I said earlier, I don't know who's exactly in the top 5. I said Bobby Labonte, but I don't think Bobby Labonte's in the top 5. I think every single person that qualified in the top 5 in this race is actually in the top 5 on the points table. There was Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kurt Busch, me, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson. I think that's the top 5. Because at first I thought Kurt Busch wasn't in the top 5, but if that's not the case, then he's definitely in the top 5 because the game just said he is. Jimmy Johnson, I'm trying to think about. I'm guessing he's in the top 5 still because you know he's in 6th and he started 2nd. There's also Dale Jarrett, who's been dominating quite a bit this season, winning quite a few races. I think he has been. Oh, we need to get on. Oh, okay. I wanted to get underneath Dale Jr. so I would drive in the back of him, but I guess I didn't have so much speed as I entered the corner. Lucky me. So yeah, we passed him for 4th. Now we're on our way to the 3rd. Newman has been making some progress this race. Wow, this car is tight on these worn tires. Spotter, you're scaring me. You said car down low, and I see him in my mirror. No logic, man. No logic. Like, he's freaking trying to NASCAR heat me. Car down low. Whenever there's no car down low. I passed Ryan Newman, he just gave me everything. That was weird. So far, the only people that have been really holding their spots in the field, I guess, are Tony, Kurt Busch, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. because they're still in the top 5. And Jimmy Johnson, he's fallen behind quite a bit. Ryan Newman came in. Ryan Newman's been doing pretty good this race. I should make Kurt Busch an ally again, if I can. It'll probably take a really long time. He entered turn 3 really slow. He definitely did. No, not really. I mean, it's tight, but you didn't really miss it.
Might be time for a new left rear tire.
Kurt Busch is trying to block me or something. You know, I might try to pass him. I'm trying to keep this draft going as long as possible.
Pit road's getting busy. Leaders are headed in.
Okay, some cars behind me going down pit road. Wow, we've really pulled away from everybody. The leaders, the top 5 and whatever. I guess just the top 3, honestly, because it's like once I pass by, they just disappear. Only the people that are me and in front of me are the people that are me. Can't say my words right. Everyone from me ahead just pulls away. Like once I pass somebody, they fall back to all this field way back there. How big the lead is on the map. 5-second gap or something like that. Yeah, my car just doesn't want to steer anymore. The tires are so worn. Wow, he's not pissed I drove into him like that. I mean, that was all his fault. I mean, I was letting off the gas and crap, and I still slammed into him. Okay, they're both pitting. I'm going to pit with them. Alright. So they had a good pit road entry right there, and I'm in the same way. Well, I can't turn the tire pressure down. I don't have time to decide what kind of adjustment I'd make right there. I mean, I could have switched around with the wedge and the tire pressure, but this pit road, we're going down it so fast, and I mean, it makes it so short. So I'm just gonna have to stick with this car for the next 10 laps. I don't know if you can hear that, but my controller is vibrating so dumb. It's because the controller's all jiggly, and whenever they put the car back down on the ground, that's what I get. So Kurt Busch didn't have as good a pit stop as me. I don't think Tony Stewart did either.
All clear, buddy.
Yeah, I chose the outside lane right here. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has caught up quite a bit since his pit stop.
P8 car down low.
I was trying to give room to Tony Stewart. Dale Earnhart Jr. got by in the process. Now Jimmy Johnson's caught up. Yeah, top 5 have come back into place. Oh, wow. How did my car get down here? I must ask.
Clear.
We need to find a way around Junior. Yeah, the car turns better now, but it still feels tight. I just didn't know how in the world I'd make, you know, the right adjustments for how the car feels as I went down pit road whenever I only had so much time. Yeah, I think, well, this is probably not a good idea because it's the outside, so...
Okay, back to 4th. All clear, buddy.
Wow. I got slippery changing from the bottom to the top. Gosh, he's trying not to let me by. And I finally hit something.
Okay, buddy, we're faster than the leader.
Other than another car. I mean, I've been making contact with other cars, but... Dale Earnhardt Jr. is blocking so freaking annoyingly that I'm trying to get out from behind him so I don't hit him. I figured that, spotter. And all this, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Tony Stewart managed to pull all the way over there because Dale Earnhardt Jr. won't get the hell out of the way. Yeah, he's going to keep my car from being good. It's really disappointing, Junior. Hold me back the entire time. And I now have 7 laps to catch up to Stewart and make a pass for what is going to be the lead. Because Kurt Busch or whatever just, or whoever that is. Oh yeah, that's definitely Ashton Lewis, because it said he was in 5th, and there's no way he's like actually in the top 5. So Ashton Lewis was the guy that was staying out in the lead, leading a few laps. So I guess that's going to help him out in this championship. We're going to go to the line this time, and he's not going to be in the top 5 anymore in the leaderboard. I can guarantee you that right now. Good strategy, but I have no idea how Ashton Lewis managed to make his car last some 24 laps or whatever. 25 laps. I'm not sure how to count that. Tony Stewart has got one hell of a car after that pit stop, I'll tell you that much. He is still way over there. You know, one reason why I'm having trouble catching him is because of this whole 3rd gear crap, that my driver doesn't automatically shift into the 3rd gear to help me turn. It's one thing that darn games could never put in is automatically shift into 3rd gear whenever you want the car to turn. It's just not a thing. Kurt Busch has got a pretty good car. He passed Dale Earnhardt Jr. I guess Dale Earnhardt Jr. just had a really good pit crew this time. We now have 4 laps to go in the race. It doesn't look like I'm catching Tony Stewart at all. It's like Tony Stewart's got a car that I can't keep up with. Wow. I don't know if he made some adjustments or what down pit road, but that is one car right there. I just can't hit the bottom of the corner. I mean, I should have made adjustments myself, but I just didn't know what to do because, you know, I'd have to switch the wedge and switch the tire pressure, and I wouldn't have time. I'd probably screw something up if I didn't have that much time. I'm trying to gain this time on me. Oh, we are getting closer, but we only have a lap and a half to go. No, not a lap and a half. 2.5 laps to go. Come on. Oh, and there's lap traffic up ahead. I don't know if that's going to slow him down in time. I don't know if it would very much, but we're working on it. We might be able to. I want this. We can get our 2nd win in a row, right? Or is it going to be our 3rd win in a row? Yeah, this would be our 3rd win in a row if we could win this race, right? Oh, goodness. Because we just won at Richmond. And before that... Oh, wow. Wow. No, we didn't win at Bristol. No, we didn't win at Bristol. Bristol. I'm missing a race. I can't... My brain can't remember the darn races. Darlington. Yeah, we won at Darlington. And then we won at Richmond. So this will be our 3rd win in a row if we can catch Tony right here. He looks like he's too far ahead. Lap traffic. The draft off of him. I slid it in so well. Come on. No! David Green! Oh, I wanted to shoot the bottom so well, but he was there. I got the tire marks all over the side of my car. Man, you saw me catch so much right there, sliding and all that. Gosh.
Not many drivers led a lap in this race.
Yeah, there weren't too many battles up front for position. Those guys who ran in the top 5 were pretty dominant all race long.
Jeff Gordon doesn't look any different than when he started this race.
You know, these NASCAR Winston Cup race teams absolutely love drivers who take care of their cars. Makes their jobs a whole lot easier when they aren't having to spend extra hours in the body shop each week.
Thanks for joining us. For Barney Hall and the rest of us here at EA Sports at MRN, we'll see you next time.
It kind of looked like they had it at that moment right there whenever I slid into the corner just a little bit with how close I was to his bumper. But, you know, of course I had to finish sliding because I kind of just power slide into the corner. I mean, I drifted in. I mean, it was more of a power slide, less of a drift because I wasn't, you know, all sideways getting into it. But I had to finish off that power slide or whatever. I mean, I couldn't just stop it, and I had to let it end off and then have to get back going again. And he was right in front of me. I wanted to dive down under him off the corner, but David Green was there. And I could have avoided David Green. I could have not hit him. But I was desperate to just shoot the bottom, and I couldn't do it. But man, if I had pushed harder on the last couple of laps, which I mean I was trying to. I mean, if I could have pushed as hard as I did on the last lap going into turn 3 throughout the last 2 laps instead of, you know, just turn 3 on the last lap, then, you know, it definitely would have happened. Either that would have slid into and spun out, you never know, but yeah. I keep on saying that you know, but you never know. So, you know, but you don't know. This is a good song. Alright, so Sterling Marlin has no emotions. Kurt Busch is 16% ally. I mean, I'll try to work with him to make a good ally, but this is not really a good place to try to make allies or make their alliance ratings higher. Tony Stewart pretty much led every lap in this race, aside from Ashton Lewis, if I'm correct. Because, I mean, he went to take his pit stop, and then Ashton Lewis was in the lead. And Ashton Lewis stayed out to lap 25 or whatever, 24. He finally took his pit stop, and then Tony Stewart was in the lead again. So, I'm guessing Tony Stewart led, like, maybe 25 laps in this race or something. I'm not sure. But, yeah, and also Jimmy Johnson, we reached him 100%, and it drops him back down to 96 because it's stupid. Alright, so let's look at these race results. Tony Stewart started on pole. He got his 7th pole of the season this race. He's 1 pole behind me, as I have 8 from getting the pole at Richmond. I was about to say Darlington. I didn't get the pole at Darlington. Qualified like 11th or something. I don't even remember where I qualified at Darlington. I can't remember crap like this. He led 25 laps of the race. That was a really good estimate, whatever. And he definitely got the most laps led. Good day. Wow, good job, Tony Stewart. You freaking dominated this race. But, you know, it was interesting from my point of view trying to catch him. He was the guy to beat. Tony Stewart was freaking killing it here in New Hampshire. And as I'm recording this, New Hampshire race is this weekend, so I hope New Hampshire wins. I hope Tony Stewart wins the New Hampshire race this weekend as well. That'd be amazing. You never know. This is going to come out after that. I mean, maybe it will happen, maybe it won't. He did all right in the first New Hampshire race, honestly. I remember that. Didn't he get a top 5 or whatever? Anyways, I started 5th and finished 2nd, so we had a pretty good race. I could have won this one. I swear I could have. Kurt Busch led a lap. All right, then. He started 3rd and finished 3rd. So he got 5 bonus points. I didn't lead any laps. I was working on it. I almost led the final lap of the race again. But, you know. So, that means Ryan Newman started 6th and finished 4th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. started 4th and finished 5th. Ricky Craven started 11th and finished 6th. Jimmy Johnson started 2nd and finished 7th. Still nobody else led a lap. I already know that. Bill Elliott started 13th and finished 9th. He was driving me nuts at the beginning of the race. I remember that a bit. Michael Waltrip started 7th and finished 9th. And Kevin Harvick started 10th and finished 10th. And I really need to work on my alliance with him, but I just haven't had the opportunity with where he's been starting and finishing in the pack. Alright. Mark Martin. Mark Martin? That's Mark Martin. This is Sterling Marlin. This is Mark Marlin, Sterling Martin or something. I can't names. Matt Kenseth. Ward Burton had an okay race compared to usual. Dale Jarrett, 15th. I don't know if Dale Jarrett's in the top 5 of my championship. I just keep on seeing in the top 5 in other people's championships for some reason. I watch a lot of NASCAR Thunder 2004 LP, sadly. Where did Hermione? Hermione? Kenny Wallace finished better than Hermione Sadler. And that's... Hermione Sadler started 8th and finished 34th. What the heck, game? What was that? That makes no sense. And like I said, Ashton Lewis, he finished 35th after starting 43rd. He led 4 laps for staying out on this crazy-ass pit strategy. That was kind of interesting. It usually doesn't happen, you know, them staying out that long. Alright, we'll go ahead and look through the rest of this. David Green, yeah, he was the only car put a lap down. He was put a lap down by me and Tony as we entered turn 3. Gosh, I got really freaking aggressive right there, sliding like crazy. I knew I was going to pass David Green. I wasn't expecting him to try to get underneath me as I was trying to pass Tony Stewart. He got in my way. David Green is not a Jeff Gordon fan. He's freaking... Dang it, Def Green. Def Green? Def Green. This is Jeff Green, not Def Green. Def Leopard Green. Something. So next up is the Dover 400 at Dover International Speedway, the glitched event. That is at night. It's not supposed to be at night, but they accidentally said it so. And it's at night. So we're going to have a night race at Dover. I could, you know, like, go through the entire schedule just so I can make sure this race is the actual day race, but I ain't got time for that. Don't. Alright, stats and info. Yeah, I had my chance to win my 3rd race in a row after winning Darlington and Richmond. We could have had New Hampshire. So, yeah, there you have it. Tony Stewart just got his somethingth win of the season. I did not mean to do that. Alright, so 366-point lead over Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch, and Bobby Labonte. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. is not in the top 5. I thought he was. I mean, I remember at the beginning of the season he was having some really big trouble with like overheated engine, and then it happened again just a few races ago. He qualified pole, and then at Darlington, that caution that Ryan Newman caused made him drive into the freaking pit wall, and then he was having car troubles and finished dead last, or you know, way back in the field and whatever. Gave him a DNF, and that keeps on happening in my freaking NASCAR LPs. Races getting screwed over by other drivers. So yeah, that explains why he's not in the top 5, and it's Bobby Labonte. I just didn't think it was him. So yeah, 4 of the drivers that qualified top 5 at New Hampshire are in the top 5 in points. Bobby Labonte started like middle of the field somewhere in his Coca-Cola car. Ryan Newman 6th, and he was doing well at New Hampshire. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in the top 10 though, so yeah, he could get in the top 5. Maybe we'll have a chance to have the top 5 in the championship in the, you know, qualifying results or whatever. Mark Martin 8th, Matt Kenseth 9th, and Kevin Harvick is in 10th. He also just finished and started 10th at New Hampshire, so he's being kind of consistent for his 10th place position. Go ahead and look through all this, finish reading all these results, and these aren't results. These are the points standings. The song never gets old. I swear to God, it does not. Kenny Wallace is not being mobile. 32nd place. That's consistent. How many positions is... Wow, 24... Yeah, he's 4 positions behind Jamie McMurray. I can't the names. Hermie Sadler finished 34th. I mean, he's in 34th in points. And he just finished 34th, though, at New Hampshire. Whatever. Way to be consistent. Ashton Lewis is 41st in points, so I guess he's not moving after that strategy. It didn't really work out for him. Alright, and David Green. David Green, the guy that just freaking screwed up my freaking chances of winning at New Hampshire, is in last in points. Wait, I want to see. How many wins does Tony Stewart have this season? That was his 5th win of the season, and he's gotten 7 poles, so if he gets 1 more pole, he'll be tied with me. We're going to Dover next, and I'm not usually very good at Dover. And Dover is one of my least favorite tracks to race at most of the NASCAR games because it's just kind of stressful for me. I feel like I'm always under pressure, and it's walls always coming out at me. If I touch the apron, my car starts bouncing around, I just lose it. But, yeah, we just had to look at that. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is a neutral. Yeah, I have no negatives in my Grudges and Ally driver spec levels thing, and they're all either neutrals or allies. I still have these 3 allies: Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson. I really want to get Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick back. I was working on Kurt Busch quite a bit in New Hampshire, but it's New Hampshire. It's not going to work. I don't think it'd work at Dover either, but we did help Jimmy Johnson win at Dover and the spring race in our season, so we might be able to do it, you know, make one of these drivers our allies, you know, big allies if we can find them and work with them in that race. Alright, so Tony Stewart got the pole award and led the most laps in the race and had the fastest lap, so damn, he was fast. I think the last lap of the race, I could have set the track record. The fastest lap in the entire race on that last lap whenever I caught him like that. But I think I lost a ton whenever I didn't pass him because of David Green. So I think David Green was the reason why I didn't set the fastest lap of the race. But you never know. Tony Stewart's car was beast in that race. You know, really was. Jay McMurray was rookie of the race, of course, like always. Ryan Newman made the most exciting pass. What? I don't know about that. I made a bunch of passes, and other drivers made a bunch of passes. I mean, why Ryan Newman? And Jeff Green picked up the most spots in the race. All right. Well, Jeff Green, your brother, is... I don't like him anymore. I don't like what he just did to me. I pressed the X button again. Why do I keep on doing that? This is another song that I added to the soundtrack playable list deal. I added Fall Back Down and Across the Line because I didn't have those songs on. I guess I just didn't like them very much for some reason whenever I got the game. I just didn't feel like listening to them. But it helps with the game, so I just turned them on. Yeah, Tony Stewart got his 7th pole. I'm still sitting on 8. Don't think I'm going to be getting the pole at Dover, and hopefully he doesn't get one because then he'd be tied with me, and you never know. I want to get the most poles in the season. It's the goal. And here's the rest of them. Freaking Kenny Wallace got a darn pole. Finishes like crap every race. Duh, that crap. Alright. Yeah, I did not lead any laps in that race. Tony Stewart went from 105 laps led to 130 laps by leading 25 laps at New Hampshire. So yeah, he just gained a ton on me in the lap championship statistics right there. So good job, Tony. You kicked butt at New Hampshire. Alright then, so I'll see you next time whenever we go to Dover International Speedway for the Dover 400. That's going to be race 28 of 36. In that episode, we are going to be racing the 2001 Looney Tunes Chevrolet. And that's because this car will be, you know, silver, and it's going to be nighttime, and we're going to be racing, you know, this silver Looney Tunes kind of deal. I mean, it's not exactly silver, it's more of a grayish color, but it's going to be silverish looking thingy. Yeah, I just decided to race this car here at Dover, the night race, because it's going to look cool and all that stuff. It's going to look like a ghost is driving around the track or something. But anyways, yeah, we haven't raced the Looney Tunes car very much. Looney Tunes cars very much, so I'm trying to race those a little bit more before the end of the season. Yeah. See you next time. That's that, and episode over.